Can I get a glass of water? I'm serious. I'm thirsty. Can I get a glass of water? This is not a prank. You never seen it?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh,
it's amazing.
no.
He gets a glass of Flint tap water, and I swear to God, he drinks it like this.
Problem
He's
is solved?
bullshitting the world. Watch this.
Can I get some water? I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Usually when something isn't a stunt, you have to say
It's
that.
Speaking of Barack Obama, he decided to drop a post on X today, and I thought, okay, maybe in the wake of the Pete Hegseth presser, he's going to say something like, no matter how you feel about the Iranian strike, hats off to our, boys in blue, our guys in the bombers. He went a different way. This is what it was.
I'm curious how you're thinking about this eulogy specifically in the moment and all the tensions that you just brought out.
I didn't even want to talk. I was so mad. Part of the reason I think I ended up having anything.
Barack Obama's polished image just cracked wide open Joe Rogan and Megyn. Kelly didn't hold anything back. They ripped apart the carefully crafted illusion, called out the contradictions, and turned his legacy into something that looked more like a highlight reel of political theater. No smooth talk could cover it up anymore. It was all cutting humor and uncomfortable truth, and if you ever thought his charm could dodge real criticism, this moment made it clear the mask has slipped.
When they gave that speech, when he gave a speech on television, and everybody was like, this. And then they were, it kind of just went away.
It was one of the most beautiful moments in modern American history. People really actually stood up and stopped.
We'll be remiss if we do not do at least one clip from the Barack Michelle Obama appearance, the podcast, because everybody thinks they're getting a divorce. And let's face it, they probably are. She dragged him onto her show with Brother Craig.
Obama could talk about flossing and somehow make it sound like a TED. Talk on world peace, riding a wave of feel-good vibes and self-importance. And while he floats on Netflix deals and polished speeches, Rogan and Kelly burst that bubble with punches, sharper than Michelle's arms. This wasn't gentle. It was a head-on wrecking ball with zero patience for polite takes or the usual golden glow.
And in fact, a lot of what they campaigned on, they don't practice at all. Great example is the Obama administration. The Hope and Change website had to be changed because there was a bunch of stuff in there about whistleblowers.
No, I don't think Mr. Snowden was a patriot. I called for a thorough review of our surveillance operations before Mr. Snowden made these leaks. My preference would have been for a lawful, orderly examination of these laws.
Protecting whistleblowers, which they didn't do at all. It was one of the worst administrations.
Joe Rogan, the guy who's talked to everyone from scientists to people who eat liver straight up, wasn't buying the polished Obama myth people might think a president is off limits. But when post-presidency looks more like a cash grab wearing old slogans, Rogan saw it as fair game. He pointed out how Obama claimed to connect with regular folks but ended up in a world of jets, estates, and glossy. Fashion spreads with Michelle as the centerpiece.
Definitely not helping the Democrats knowing what we now have confirmed about Biden.
Give me some volume and go full screen.
What you know now, do you wish you had a third term? You know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony, I'd be fine with that.
We know he wasn't really running the country.
Yeah.
We used to think he was actually running the country, and now they're like, no, he didn't even see those executive orders. That was all auto.
While Obama collected praise just for showing up, Megyn Kelly came through like a news anchor on a mission mixed with a tired mom. Done with the nonsense, she tore through the Obama image like it was a luxury outfit collecting dust. Her focus was the fantasy of Obama as the flawless symbol of hope and wisdom, and she didn't just poke holes in it. She tore it down like a TSA agent, flagging a suitcase full of red flags.
Maybe it's the old sperm. Maybe it's not the vaccine that's causing the autism.
Yeah,
why don't you look at that?
They'll never let that secret out.
Good luck with that one.
That may be the key behind all the defunding everything.
What is this? This is just some grievance fest again with two of the most privileged women on earth who are really bitter against.
They didn't leave Michelle out either. If Barack was the voice, Michelle was the brand manager, creative head, and lifestyle icon all at once. It wasn't enough that she made kale a national punishment. She did it while school kids got quinoa. While her family had state dinners, she talked about fairness, while wearing shoes worth more than some paychecks. And still people cheered the sacrifice message like it was gospel.
Joan Rivers said that Michelle Obama was a man before she died. When
Was that a joke?
that?
I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke too, but the way she said it wasn't like jokey. She was like, oh, come on, everybody knows Michelle Obama's the man. Remember that?
Yeah, like, would Big Mike kill you for that?
Rogan grabbed onto the double standards and didn't let go. Nothing says blue collar like turning your post-White House life into a never-ending luxury break. Sprinkled with podcasts and book deals, he didn't just criticize the look of it, he tore it down like a home gym that's more show than Sweat the Obamas. Turned public office into personal branding and Rogan made. Sound like a health guru trying to sell inner peace with candles and crunches. Megyn went for foreign policy and said Obama treated intern at ...
Great subject, which is like these rich and powerful people who are totally unaware of how people perceive them and how great their lives are and how little they should be complaining, period, never mind publicly. Which leads me to Michelle Obama. Every day she's dropped another negativity bomb on us, whether on her podcast or on someone else's. I mean, this audience knows she never says anything positive. It is all complaints. So she goes on another podcast. She's promoting her show, so she's making the rounds. The Diary of a CEO podcast.
That Peace Prize aged like expired library cards. Megyn went after the surveillance state like she had a file folder in hand, reminding everyone how Obama expanded spying programs with a grin for the cameras. She laid it all out like someone who reads leaks, not headlines, while hope and change quietly came packaged with data sweeps and drones. Rogan kept firing to breaking down the polished image from interviews to documentaries to feel good. Voiceovers, it looked like he was chasing an award just for SM.
Have you both in the same room together?
I know, because when we aren't, folks think we're divorced.
These are the kinds of things that I just miss, right? So I don't even know this stuff's going on.
Right.
And then somebody will mention it to me, and I'm all like, what are you talking about?
People think that they're on the outs because they're not always in the same room together, Maureen. That's what she would like people to believe. Like she had what, 1 or 2 public appearances without him, and that's what led to the divorce speculation. That's not quite it, my dear. It's what are the things? Oh, your words. It's your word.
How can someone act so connected while staying that far removed? Obama talks about the middle class like he read it in a brochure. Megyn hit on the tone that follows him everywhere, like he's a walking seminar. Clean scripted, but hollow he can. Talk for 15 minutes without saying anything and still get applause, but the facts tell. A different story, deportation numbers that shock military actions hidden behind headlines and growing divides. Then there's the money trail. Rogan laughed. At the 6-figure che?
Affectation, like, oh, my man. And like she doubles down in the following clip. It's just over the top. And here it is, 37.
There hasn't been one moment in our marriage where I thought about quitting my man. And we've had some really hard times. So we have had a lot of fun times, a lot of adventures. And I have become a better person because of the man I'm married to.
There ain't been 1 minute when I thought about quitting my man. She doesn't talk like that, right? Who does she think she's kidding? It's quitting, like it has no T's or a G. My man. Okay, she's like, there's something going on there where she's really acting in order to be like down home and I love my man and trust me. And like the whole thing to me looked like a complete affectation.
Megyn wasn't letting go either. She pointed out how the Obamas went from rebels to insiders, cashing in on the very systems they once slammed. Wall Street media publishing, they didn't reject the machine, they joined it fast, and Michelle wasn't. Just along for the ride, she became a business and empire, a slogan walking in designer gear while giving speeches about keeping it real. Rogan joked about preaching humility from limos like they practiced empathy while someone else held the grocery. Bags Megyn went AF ...
Or fuel on the fire that there's a potential, maybe a divorce or some sort of rockiness going on in the Obamas' relationship. They both posted these mirrored, very choreographed Valentine's Day messages on X, but he was just seen at an LA, the basketball team. What's it called? I can't remember the name. The Clippers, thank you. Game without her. And the LA Clippers. And then with Steve Ballmer, who's the owner, he's been on this show. And then on Tuesday, he was spotted eating out at a fancy dinner in Sherman Oaks with his both daughters, Malia and Sasha, but again, no Michelle, according to TMZ. So?
I think they seem to be soft launch.
Even with all the praise and throwback stories, Rogan and Megyn made one thing clear. The problems we see didn't start with Trump or Biden. They were planted during the Obama years under a smooth voice and charming smile. You can't be in charge. For 8 years, then act like you were just subbing in Megyn. It's reminded people that leadership isn't about looking good, it's about doing the work and under. Obama, a lot of stuff happened quietly behind the curtain while he smiled for the cameras. And now he floats TH.
And she's also out on David Geffen's yacht with Oprah. And then, her memoir was named Becoming. Look at me, Becoming, with her big face on the front. Like, okay, she's a little drunk on her own wine, but not on Barack's, which is just interesting to me. At this point, after having been First Lady twice, thanks to him, let's face it, Michelle Obama was not some star in her own right. She was a lawyer, I think, at Sidley and Austin.
Just when it seemed like the heat was cooling down, Rogan went harder and pointed straight at Obama's obsession with his legacy, because nothing screams genuine. Like editing your bio while pretending you don't care how you're remembered, he didn't just want to be liked. He wanted a statue and a Netflix doc with a famous narrator. He spent more time polishing his image than some spend brushing their teeth. Rogan rolled his eyes at the whole thing. This was the same guy who preached transparency. While Kraken...
Last day, when is it? When do they say you got to have your bags packed? You got to get out of here?
I don't know. I should find out. No, it's actually amazing because they literally move all your stuff out in one day. You are living there, and then suddenly it's not all out on the South Lawn. I mean, they pack it up, but they will move it to wherever it is that you want to move it to. And so you're living in the White House up until Inauguration Day, and Inauguration Day.
When Michelle gets up to talk about decency, it feels like a queen giving a speech, forgetting that she and Barack smiled through 8 years of chaos while their party lost ground. Megyn pointed out that words don't fix broken towns in magazine. Covers don't rebuild schools while they posed for cameras. Rogan kept hammering the blind spot America still has for Obama. His praise was built on how he looked and talked, not what he did. He could read the weather and still get a standing ovation. The sad truth. ...